Hello and welcome to my channel. This is an interesting series that's going to relate some games we play and love now and kind of put it in with history. So without further ado, let's get started. BioShock, the game that literally took days upon days when I was 11 and totally put me out of whack the entirety of my childhood trying to complete. I recently bought all these games on my computer because I remembered they were really good and I wanted to get through them again. What did I find in these games? Let's do a little background. In 1945, construction began on the city of Rapture, an underwater city founded by the one and only Andrew Ryan. A society founded on principles where there was no ethics or laws governing what scientists or doctors could do basically to anything they wanted. Plants, animals, people, etc. Now let's look at Andrew Ryan specifically and what his background is real quick. Ryan was born in Soviet Russia in 1911 to a Jewish family. Now after watching the events of the Russian Revolution and World War I, he adopted his philosophy he is most famous saying. The modern world was created by great men who strove to make their own way. In 1919, Ryan fled Russia and went to the United States. There he despised the U.S. government for how they handled the New Deal, saying people only deserve what they earned. This led to the creation of Rapture. So in 1945, right after the war, Ryan used his fortune to found a city of Rapture, where nobody would be feared to be censored for their work. Now, according to Ryan's background, what do you think the Axis powers, more importantly the Nazis, would have thought of him? They would have hated him, right? A man who was born in Soviet Russia to a Jewish family, fleeing to America during the start of World War I? Seems like he'd be on somebody's poop list to me. But the Nazis favored Ryan's ideals. What Ryan started in Rapture is exactly what they wanted the Holocaust for. Anyways, more on that later. According to Hitler, he wanted to make a perfect race of human, eugenics, which is basically making a perfect person. What better way than to test their experiments on a bunch of people they called inferior? That's exactly what happened. Joseph Mengele was an SS officer who tested experiments on humans at Auschwitz in 1944. When the Russians came, he fled. I promise this will play in later on. Andrew Ryan founded Rapture on the idea that artists, as he called them, would not be censored. He says this in many of his tapes you pick up around the game. But Andrew Ryan actually had Nazi scientists in his city. How do we know? Meet Bridget Tenenbaum. I know, I'm going to bomb these names so bad. Meet Bridget Tenenbaum. Born to a Jewish family in Germany, she is deported to Auschwitz, where her whole family was killed. She watches and observes doctors, including the one we just talked about, Joseph Mengele. Told you he bought back in. She would look at these doctors and what they were doing and tell them that they were wrong and how to fix their problems. When you listen to her diaries in the first BioShock, there was one interesting thing that caught my ear. She said she no longer felt like the victim, but more like she was aiding them with the experiments. In the game, she does not explain who them is, but with her history, we can only assume it's the Nazis. This love for science is what led her to come to Rapture. In 1945, after the war, many Nazi scientists fled the country and moved to America and many other countries. But in the game, I think the Nazis fled to Rapture and helped Andrew Ryan after the war to build his masterpiece. Anyways, guys, I know it was a lot of information in a little bit of time, but sincerely, not reading a script, I really want to thank you guys for watching. If you feel like you learned something in this video, I want you to leave a like, and if you didn't, leave a dislike. I mean, if you didn't like the video, I didn't do my job right. So, if it was an interesting topic for you, leave a like and subscribe if you want me to do more. I don't really know where I'm going to go with this yet, but, um, anyways, guys, I think that's it. Thanks everybody for watching, and seriously, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.